Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Soup Bowl, where I am your host, Renee Murdoch, where we talk about life gets messy when we're leading our own lives. I am so happy that you are here with me on today. You're listening, you're tuning in, you're doing life with me, and I'm so happy to be doing life with you as well. So, it is a beautiful day on today. Why? Because it's a new day. New day, new opportunities, right, is right before us. And hey, charge your day. Command your day on today that it is going to be great. We have to wake up every morning and we just give, whoa, it's me. No, command your day. It's going to be a great day on today. What is for me is for me. I have the favor of the Lord that's upon me, that everyone that I come in contact with, right? So you have to command your day on today. So I just encourage you to command your day. Command your moments. Command the room. Right? Because there's no one else that's like you. All right. So what are we getting in on today? It's a beautiful day outside. It is freezing, but it's beautiful. The sun is shining, right? The birds are singing. It's just a beautiful day, right? Because you are here. You're still in the land of the living. So it's just a beautiful day on today. So let's go into part 2 of the segment from last week of guilt giving. That's what I actually titled it. Not saying that we're all feeling guilty about giving or whatnot, but just really thinking about why are we giving? What is the purpose behind our gift? Is it because we just feel that it's necessary to give someone a gift because they're in the same classroom that we are in, they're in the same business unit that I'm in, they are, living in my household, right? Why is it that I'm giving this person a gift? They're my parents, so I must give them a gift, right? They're my children, I must give them a gift. It's my fault, I must give them a gift. Is it I must give them a gift? We have to ask ourselves, is it because I must give them a gift? And so if you're in a space of I have to give them a gift, I call it guilt giving. It's simply just guilt giving versus just I'm giving from my heart because I am grateful that you are in my life. I am grateful that you are here. There's a difference of I must give you a gift because you are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right, in my life versus I am grateful that you are a part of my life. I am grateful that you are with me in this journey. I am grateful that you've been there for me. I'm grateful that I have you to talk to. There's a difference in that type of giving versus I must give, right? And sometimes that giving is not always a tangible thing. That giving could be words. That giving could be showing up. That giving can be, having a listening ear, right? That giving could be time. So it's not always about the tangible things, but sometimes it's just about the actionable things, right? Do you have actions, right, with your words that you care about me, that you love me, that you're happy that we're doing life together? There's a difference. There's a difference. So I always say you don't have to write a card, send a card or anything like that because that's just tradition or I must do that, right? And I was sitting here thinking just throughout the whole week of, do I want to give out cards? Do I want to? Do I need to? I don't know, right? I don't do the same thing every year, right? So it's just about like, what do I think is necessary, right? In this time, in this space or whatever, and just with certain people, or is it just kind of like, hey, nothing, I'll wait until another time. But just in this time, in this season that we are in, there is too much guilt giving, and that's why at the end of the season you're getting all these bills because you don't ran up your credit card. Oops, did I say that? Yes. You ran up your credit card, or you was waiting on that bonus from work, and and so you're using your whole bonus to buy all these gifts and whatever. No, no, ma'am, no, sir. Think about it for a moment, right? Before we go into swiping crazy, right? Ordering crazy. I know those deals are looking so yummy right now, right? That you're like, I will not find this again, right? And I had to, use self-control even myself, right? Because I think there's a chick, like a little comedian, she does like little skits or whatever. And I think she kind of did like I forgot what it's called, but it was like something like first with Mariah Carey, right? Like doing doing like a cover with that music in the background. And I think it's like, don't ask for nothing, right? So, but it's before that that she's just talking about like, I'm getting Christmas gifts for myself, right? Don't ask me for nothing because I'm not getting you anything, but I will be buying things for myself, right? So not that I'm getting Christmas gifts for myself, but I do look at the sales and I'd be like, you know what? I could use, that palette, that makeup palette right there. Oh, it's 40% off. Okay. Let me, So you have to just be using self-control, right? Even in these sales, right? I'm not buying for anyone else, but even if you're buying for yourself, you have to use self-control out here in these streets, right? Because you just can get a little crazy with these sales, buy one, get one free. I'm not doing your buy one 50% off, right? Because that's just all year long. You just, I see it pop up, it go away, it pop back up again. No, buy one, get one free is a little bit different, right? So I got to use self-control when I be, at the stores and I see that, right? So, it's not just about, buying gifts for other, but just being mindful of just buying, period, in this time, that you do not overspend and you use self-control. That is a virtue, people, to have self-control. That is about commanding your day, right? Saying that I will not, I will use self-control in every situation that I am. That is including purchasing items. That is even with our tongue, the things that we are saying to people, right? The phone calls that we make when we're in meetings, right? We are commanding our day that we will use self-control. That's even with our body language. I am going to use self-control, right? In this moment, in this space that I am with this person or people, I am going to use self-control. That's about commanding your day, right? That's about, even in, with the things that I share with other people. So, hey, we are out here, just trying to do life and just trying to do better. But we must be mindful of what it is, right, that we are taking on for the day in this season that we are in. We must use wisdom when we are out here in these streets, right? Make a plan. Stick to your plan, right? So those of you that know me, don't feel sorry for the little girl again, because hey, 3 gifts tops, on the year that we do gifts. 3 gifts tops. That's all you're getting. Right? So if anybody buys anything else, it's just what, but we didn't get it. Right? So stick to your plan. I love you, baby girl. You're just mommy's heart. You're so great. But hey, you don't need more than that. You get stuff throughout the whole year, right? So why do you need that? You have everything that you need, right? You have everything that you are not wanting for nothing. You are not out here begging for palms. You are not begging for bread. So, put a smile on your face and not a frown. Okay, when you don't get the latest and the greatest. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You don't need all these things out here in these streets. These are things that are nice to have. They are not needs. I used to always tell her, do you understand the difference between a want and a need? I don't think you do. We had to break it down to her multiple times, right? We haven't even have to tell ourselves, is that a want or is that a need? We have a tendency as Americans, in this Western culture, to tend to our wants first before we tend to the needs. This is why, right, we have a lot of people that are in debt, right? There is a thing called good debt and bad debt. That bad debt, right, is all those things that you purchased that you did not have money for, and you just went and got it anyway, knowing good and well that your income could not suffice you in that credit card or you in that purchase, right? You got a vehicle that was way out of your price range, but you wanted to, feel a certain way, look a certain way at the end of the day, but clearly you should have not gotten that vehicle. Clearly, you should not have gotten that vehicle. And so this is all, we're still talking about self-control, making good choices in this season. We don't want you in debt, people. I don't want you in debt. You don't want to be in debt. So we must use self-control. We must make a plan. We must stick to the plan. I know you're like, I'm already in it, Renee. I don't know what to do. You still got those receipts. Take it back. You still got the receipts and take it back. I get clowned, right? But I used to wonder why my mother, we were a little bit different, but the same, right? I do not have a problem of taking something back. I don't have a problem at all. It's not, it's not a sin to me, right, to be able to take something back to the store. Okay? It's not. It's not. So I will order something or even send it back, right? I will order something. If it does not work out, I am sending it back. I am not like, oh, what can I do with this? Okay, I can lose weight. I can eventually get into it. I can, alter it. I can do all. No, I am taking you back. You don't belong to me. You don't belong to me. And I have bought things in just the emotional moment, right? And after I get the item or after I have this tendency, I will buy things, unless of course it's like an actual item like that's needed for the house, like toilet paper, toothpaste, right? So there again goes the needs and the want. But I will let something sit in a bag just for a few days, no more than that. But if it goes longer than that, then that lets me know that was an emotional purchase. And you need to go back. And you need to do better, Renee. You need to do better in self-control. Why did you buy it to begin with? What was going on with you in the inside where you felt it was a need, right, to go purchase something? That is, self-soothing, whatever the case may be, stress relief, I don't know, right? I have to deal with myself in that particular thing because you should not have purchased that, right? The other thing, too, is that making sure that we stay out of debt, right, is to not purchase items for our children that we know good and well, one, they don't need, and two, we really do not have the funds for it right now. Be honest with them. We don't have the funds for that right now. That's not a necessity. However, we might be able to work something out, right? So, I know we want to, give to our children. I think sometimes we go above and beyond because maybe we grew up in an environment Well, other than getting Nikes, you got Psyches. You know what I'm saying? Other than getting Jordans, you got Wardens. So, it's just, we can just go overboard sometimes. And we want our children to have the best. We want them to have these opportunities that we did not have, and have these certain, clothing and things of that nature that we did not have. But we must be mindful of not to give out a false impression of the reality of life and what is really important. Materialistic things are not important. They will fade away. They will fade away. But time, right, with one another, making memories with one another, can last a lifetime. And not only last a lifetime, but it can go on from generations to generation. When we talk about leaving legacies, right, this is not that segment, but I just want to plug this in here. When we talk about leaving legacies, one thing that that a legacy has been left is because it goes on from generation to generation. It does not just stop with you. It didn't just stop with, the previous generation, but it went on from generation to generation. That is part of leaving a legacy. But we must, we have to really just be thinking about and using wisdom in this season to not go overboard, to not stress ourselves out because we can't find this game system, because we can't find this Lego set. I'm talking about myself now because I'm trying to find me a gingerbread house, Lego set. I'm not really sure if I like the Lego brand one, right? But that was just something else, right? I want a gingerbread Lego set. So hopefully I will be able to find something and be able to build it. But anyway, when you're not able to find the right one, you're just stressing about it. Whatever, you're running around, you're calling the stores, you're calling people that in different states or whatever. Hey, do they have it there? Can you get it for me? I'll send you the money to pick it up. Craziness, people. Craziness is what it is. It's just craziness. It's just foolishness. I'm going to just say it's just foolishness. We're out here acting like fools, out here in these streets, running around, trying to find something that's been sold out, and you are on Facebook Marketplace or Poshmark or whatever, trying to make deals with people to get this item so it can be underneath the tree. What are we doing? What are we saying is important? That is not important. That is not going to make or break your relationship. And if it does, then your relationship is built on a lie. Oh yeah, I said it. Your relationship is built on a lie. Because it should not be about that item, whether you got that item or not. Your relationship is off course, especially if it's with your children. If they think that if they don't get a certain thing that you don't love them, then there is a false impression of what this relationship is really about. Because it definitely is not about me getting you what you want. With my siblings, it's definitely not about getting you what you want. Or even getting you something at all. If I don't get you nothing, I just didn't get you nothing. Yes, it's funny to me, because if I ain't get you nothing, I ain't get you nothing. It's just that simple, right? I'm not expecting for you to give me nothing, right? Because, again, it means absolutely nothing to me if it's during a certain season. Now, hey, if you just give me something out the blue, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was talking about this, or I was looking about, I had this when I was such and such. Let me tell you right now, right? They may or may not be listening. I don't know. I don't think they do, because if they did, they probably would be coming for me sometime in the chat, but they don't. So I know they ain't out here listening. But if one of my siblings was to send me a small little box, right? And it don't have to be a year's supply, but a small little box of a Little Debbie snack cake, right? Of, maybe a nut or butter, or oatmeal pie or moon pie, or maybe they send me a little thing of Twizzlers, banana, Laffy Taffy, green apple, Jolly Rancher, lemon heads. Those are just a few. Let me see if there's something else. No, that was it. That was pretty much my things that I liked when we was growing up. And I say that because they would eat them. They would eat them. And so if they would send one little thing like that in a little card and say, hey, I saw this in the store and I remember I ate yours back in such and such. And I'd be like, I would laugh, right? And I'd be like, oh man, it's so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. And so, there's no, I don't hate them, right? Because I used to do it, but I'm just saying that is something that is very significant, right? To our relationship or us growing up. And it would mean a lot, right? But it's so small. Because, right, like 50 cents or $1 or something like that, but it would have really meant something, right, to me because of how we were growing up together, right? Living together in some household and some of the things that happened. It would have been very sentimental, right? I was like, oh, wow. Versus you giving me $100 gift card. Oh, no, it's the truth. I know you're like, that's not true, Renee. You would take the $100 gift card over the box of lemon heads. No, I wouldn't. Because that lemon heads means so much more than that $100. It's just the point of the matter, right? So I just think that we must use wisdom in this time when we're doing things. We must be mindful of the things that we're purchasing, right? Who we're purchasing them for. What does this gift actually mean? What are we saying, right, when we're saying that? And people of the Christian faith, let us not forget, right, the true meaning of this season. True meaning of this season, right? So are we putting our loved ones in remembrance? Right, of what's happening out here, right? So how do we know that the story will continue on? Well, we must tell the story, right? We must write it down. We must make it plain. We must write it on the doorpost, right? We must post it. We must tie it around our necks, right? We must wear it as an ornament. This story of the great Messiah that came into this world to save us. Why not give that as a gift? A gift that is everlasting. A gift that is not going to come back, right, without the purpose being fulfilled in that person's life. That's the greatest gift of all. Jeez. Okay. Anyway, so let's not forget really what it's about, right? In this coming together, sharing moments, right? Bringing family together. It's just really about that. So I truly hope that you are hearing our heart and you're hearing some wisdom on today about how we are spending our money in this season. Please, please, please. I beg of you, do not go out there and spend more than what you can afford. Do not go out there and get yourself in more debt than you already are. Don't do it. It's not worth it, right? You still have time to take those things back. I know you still got them receipts. And if you don't got them receipts, you still got that card. You can do it. You can do it. I am speaking to you right now that you have enough courage and enough strength to go back and take that stuff back to the store and send it back. Why not? Why not? What they gonna say? What they gonna do? What they gonna do? Nobody gonna do nothing to you. Take it back. Save yourself. Because what you don't want to do is find yourself, you're already stressed out, right? And trying to find all these gifts and wrap all these gifts and things of that nature. And then when the season is over, then now all the guilt comes in. Now all the bills are rolling in. And now what's happening again? You are stressed out again because you don't know how you are going to pay these things off. Do not do it. You still need some eggs, some milk, some bread, right? Some rice maybe, whatever. People still got to eat. People still have to eat. You make dental, medical. You got to put gas in that vehicle, right? That vehicle might need, a tune-up or something of that nature, and you have spent all the money over here. So I beg of you today, people, do not be foolish. Do not be foolish. Do not be duped by the big red signs and by all of the hooping, the hollering, all the festivities that's going on, and all the parties, and all the secret Santas, and all this thing of that nature. Do not be duped. Do not. I'm telling you that you will be happy that you took those items back. I am not saying do not purchase items. What I'm saying is do not go overboard with those items. There is nothing wrong with a nice pair of cozy, fuzzy socks, right? Someone that loves socks, right? There's nothing wrong with buying them a pair of socks and calling it a day, right? It's nothing wrong, again, with buying, box theater candy for someone that loves to go to the movies. Yes, make sure you write the note and tell them to make sure they carry a bag that box of candy can go into. Regal, don't try to come for me, okay? Don't try to do it, right? Don't do it. I just want to say that there is still time for you to make a good decision before that day. I do not want to see you in more harm and heartache than you have to be because of decisions that you have made to put yourself in a stressful situation after the fact. We must use wisdom, people, when we're in this season. We must use wisdom. Please be there for your family. Show up for your family. But it is not always about the gifts, the tangible gifts, how many gifts, how much the gifts cost. Maybe it's just about you just genuinely being there and showing up. Maybe just not going on a trip this year without going home and saying hello and giving some hugs. Maybe, right, it's about taking everyone in your family away from the normal environment just to woosah and to not take your laptop. Oh, yeah, that's a big one, right? To not take your laptop on this trip. Maybe that's the best gift that you can give them. Maybe actually coming to the dinner table and actually sitting down and eating together without the TV being on, without phones being or other electronic devices being in your hand, but everybody is engaging in conversation with one another. Maybe it's about leaving work early and just surprising your children and picking them up from school. Surprising your spouse for lunch. Taking the whole day off and saying, hey, let's go to the spa. Let's just spend the whole day together, right? Let's get up, let's go to breakfast together, let's go to the spa together, let's go to lunch together, let's leave there and just, go to the park or what if we just did that and not be so concerned about how many items we can put underneath the tree. I'm telling you, you will love yourself for making this great decision. So again, you have time to take the items back. I love you. We have come into time, and hey, there's nothing that you can do about it. Life gets messy when we're leading our own lives. Hey, until next time, peace.